Welcome to A Balancing Act, a podcast devoted to helping families navigate a loved one's memory loss and dementia. I'm Kelly Burtonshaw, and today is a very special welcome back because we are just getting started in our second season, and we are so excited about the year to come. But first, I just wanted to take a moment to express my heartfelt thanks to every listener, family, and caregiver who's joined me on this journey. And my goal for the coming year is to continue working to build a space filled with understanding, hope, and compassion, because no one should walk this journey alone. So here's to a brand new season with fresh conversations and insights and real caregiver stories to help you find your balance one day at a time. Let's get started. I am really glad you're here today because we are right on the door of Thanksgiving, and Thanksgiving has always been one of my favorite holidays. I love the traditions. I love a full table. I love how the kitchen smells hours before anyone sits down to eat. And I love the chaos, the good kind, of course. There's laughter in the living room, someone drops their roll, and there's always the annual debate amongst my family members about how lumpy mashed potatoes should be. And yes, Thanksgiving is a holiday where we spend 3 days to prepare the meal, 20 minutes to devour it, and then 8 hours cleaning up afterwards, and at least another day to fully recover. It's the holiday that gathers us, the people we love, sometimes all under one roof, trying their very best to enjoy the same moments together. At the same time, I also know that holiday gatherings, including Thanksgiving, can be complicated when someone you love is living with memory loss or dementia. What once was simple and joyful may now feel overwhelming, unpredictable, or emotionally heavy. And while most of the people around the table can follow the rhythm of the day, the conversations, the noise, the schedule, someone living with dementia is not experiencing Thanksgiving in the same way anymore. So today, I want to talk about adjusting our expectations, not lowering them, just adjusting them with compassion and with clarity so that we can focus on what truly matters and let go of what doesn't. Because when we do that, we create a space for connection instead of stress. As we all know, the holidays are loaded with expectations. Some of us expect the picture-perfect table, or the perfect turkey, the perfect group photo where everyone is smiling, and maybe the perfect family dynamic. But what happens when reality doesn't match any of those pictures? When a loved one is affected by dementia, Thanksgiving will likely not be like last year's. And that reflection can be painful. Your loved one may arrive at this gathering at a very different place than the last time everyone was together. They may be struggling more than they did before. They may not remember it's Thanksgiving. They may not recognize family members, or they might know the faces, but they struggle to find the names. Conversations may move too quickly for them to follow, and the noise and the activity may overwhelm them. And fatigue, mental and physical, can come on fast. And if we add to that age-related hearing challenges, vision changes, and the sensory overload of a house full of people, it's no wonder family gatherings can be difficult. When everyone arrives expecting a big, meaningful celebration, your loved one may simply be trying to stay afloat. And when they can't, they shut down or they become agitated. But there is good news. There are meaningful, simple ways to plan and adapt that can help your loved one feel included, comfortable, and valued, and help you and your family relax into what really matters. Let's start with timing. Late afternoon and early evening are almost always the most difficult time of day for someone experiencing dementia. That's when the confusion and the agitation are more likely. And yes, I know that most families serve Thanksgiving dinner late in the day, but if that's not helpful for your loved one, think about ways to set them up for success. Maybe a nap earlier in the day, maybe arrive later, maybe bring a plate home and celebrate quietly afterwards. And if your loved one uses hearing aids or glasses, this is the time to gently encourage them. Those small adjustments can make the difference between participating and withdrawing. Another way to support your loved one during the holiday is give them something to do. Give them a role, not busy work, a role, something meaningful that communicates belonging. Everyone wants to feel valued. One family I worked with gave their mother the job of folding napkins every Thanksgiving. It was something she could still do well, and she felt proud, needed, and included. Another family and I created a Thanksgiving photo album. We printed pictures from throughout the year, and they gathered in a quiet area with their loved one for one-on-one reminiscing. They would take turns sitting with Dad, turning the pages slowly, telling the stories. For them, it became the most cherished part of Thanksgiving, more than the meal, more than the decorations. They were connecting through memory. Reminiscing is powerful. Even when short-term memory fades, emotional memory remains strong. A familiar photo, a holiday song, a handwritten recipe card in your mother's handwriting. And finally, while, of course, the food and the decorations matter, one of the best gifts we can give a loved one with dementia is space, a place for rest and quiet time. Even a short break can reset everything. And now, I'd just like to take a quick pause. If this conversation is helping you take a breath or reminding you that you're not alone in this, I'd love for you to hit that follow button. When you follow, you'll get each new episode as soon as it's released. And if you're listening on a platform that allows reviews and ratings, please take a moment to share your thoughts. It really helps us expand our reach to other families just like yours, looking for help, reassurance, and support. And if you would like to make a donation to A Balancing Act, you can find the link to buy me a coffee in today's show notes. It helps us keep the mic on and the recordings going. Finally, if you can think of a friend or a family member that would benefit from any of this information, please always feel free to share the episode. Thank you so much for your support. Another essential part of planning for Thanksgiving is to get everyone involved on the same page. Sometimes the hardest part is that not everyone knows how your loved one has been doing. Extended family may only see snapshots of what you see every day. So they may arrive with expectations from years gone by, expecting lively conversations, full participation, and that familiar version of the person they remember. It can help everyone so much to share with the family ahead of time where your loved one is right now, what you've been seeing and experiencing, what your loved one is able to do, and what will likely be difficult for them. And here's where talking about how to communicate with your loved one can make a world of difference for everyone involved. Talk about reducing background noise when they're speaking to them. Make eye contact, slowing down their speech a little bit, using fewer words, and try to avoid those open-ended questions like, how are you doing? What have you been up to lately? Stick with yes or no questions and wait longer for a response. That silence is not a problem. It's allowing your loved one more time to process the information. And that brings us to talking at the dinner table. At a table full of crosstalk and 5 conversations happening at once, no one with dementia can follow that. Honestly, most of us struggle to. Come to my house for Thanksgiving. Try guiding the group toward one speaker at a time, even if it lasts only 5 minutes. Trust me, I know from experience that if you have a large family, this can be extremely difficult to do. But even brief moments of one speaker at a time allows your loved one to stay engaged in the conversation and take the time they need to process what's going on. Now, for those of you who live far away and plan to video or use FaceTime on Thanksgiving, these can be wonderful ways to connect with your loved one, if you plan them with care. Before you call, check with your loved one's caregiver or the local family member who's most involved. Find the best time of day, make sure someone is nearby to help, keep it short, and to simplify the demands on your loved one's communication abilities, plan something to talk about, like an old photo or a memory that you can share. And one person at a time works best. Again, lessen the demands on an already struggling system. Now I would like to shift and take a moment to talk about something deeper. Holidays can also be very difficult because of what they represent, what has changed, what has been lost, and what will never be the same again. Seeing your loved one struggle can break your heart. You may feel sadness, anger, guilt, even exhaustion. You might be grieving who they used to be and miss what holidays once were. Whatever you're feeling, please spend some time with it. And as you head into Thanksgiving, here is a question I sincerely want you to ask yourself. If you could do only one meaningful thing this holiday, just one, what would it be? Would it be cooking the meal? Would it be sitting with your loved one in a quiet moment? Or taking a walk outside with them after dinner? Or simply being together without pressure to perform any tradition perfectly? Holidays are not meant to be perfect. They're meant to be shared. Delegate. Let people help. Say yes when someone offers. And if you cooked and cleaned for 3 days, please let someone else do the dishes. Give yourself permission to step back. Give yourself permission to breathe. As we close today, I want to remind you, no one should walk this journey alone. Not you, not your loved one. We're building a community here where you can learn, ask any question, and share ideas with other families who truly understand. It always helps to seek out support, whether online or in person. And of course, you are always welcome to message me through our Facebook page. The link is in the show notes. I would love to hear your stories about Thanksgiving and your successes, big and small. And finally, save this grace for yourself. No one is perfect at this. No one. You're doing the best you can. You're doing it from a place of love. And that is enough. From my heart to yours, I wish you and your family a Thanksgiving filled with love, joy, and moments that matter. I'm Kelly Burdenshaw, and it was my pleasure spending time with you today. Please keep in touch.